Good evening, everybody. We'll go with the session very soon. First, we'll be updating you about the important aspects of CUET, and then I'll be going to the form filling. And there are some discrepancies which have come to notice, and there is no clarification yet from NTA also. So I'll highlight those also because in the recent just now I got a call from newspaper also regarding the same. So we are working out. I'll point that also, right? So now, so now, you need to have a pen and paper. So please keep jotting down your queries. Once we are through with it, I'll take the question answer session. So by the time it's possible that you may not have those many queries left. And in case you have, we'll do that. And in case there are some people at the end, we'll also go through the form filling once because that is very important because if you make a small mistake, it will cost you a lot. Right? So please, you can obviously, once I'll have the queries there, you can obviously. I hope all of you can hear me. Am I audible? Please write in the chat. I got from someone that I'm not audible. I'm audible. Perfect. So in case I'm not audible to someone, then please connect with your join audio. Join audio option. You have to clear and do it. Right? So I'm just starting in a moment and we'll go through it. Okay. So as I said, now I begin with the most, there are a lot of important things you'll get to know. So today's session, as I was also preparing for it, I got to know some fine details. And here we go ahead with the session. And you please keep noting the question. And I'll answer each and every one as far as possible. Right? So here we go on to the big changes for this. So we'll begin with changes. So this webinar is going to cover what is CUET, what is NTA, universities, eligibility, and the last important, the form filling assistance. That is going to be an important part today, where we'll discuss everything, each and everything about. So NTA is the agency which conducts this test, and common university entrance test. It's for central and state universities. Central universities, it is compulsory. I'm just giving a brief for first 15 minutes so that you get at least first-hand knowledge of everything, and then we'll go to the nitty-gritties. So this is a list of the central universities which are compulsorily included in CUET. They do not have any option. And very recently, St. Stephen's College did try for another option of interview, but Supreme Court even turned down, and even St. Stephen's will admit students only on the basis of CUET. So no other criteria is there for CUET. That is the only criteria left now. So even St. Stephen's University of Delhi College has been disallowed regarding this. So eligibility will come to this. So I have written X% in board and entrance. Now, CUET doesn't take board marks into account. It's only the entrance score. But there are criteria further for getting this merit list. So suppose two candidates have a tie. They score same marks and they have applied for same course. Then board marks will be the tiebreaker. Then they will compare the board marks. Secondly, the syllabus of the subjects which you will appear are from your NCERT textbooks. So in a way, the board exams syllabus will come into picture. So you cannot ignore them at any cost, right? Okay, then we have this, the CUET exam pattern. It has 3 sections. There have been some changes in this, and we'll discuss about these sections, right? So it's a computer-based paper, objective type, and then you have the language options, 13 languages it will be conducted. Then you will have the domain subjects, and this time they have specified the syllabus very clearly. So we'll go on to this. So basically, it has three sections. The first is the language, second is the domain subject, and third is the general test. Now, for language, they will be testing your comprehension and vocabulary. So it's more of comprehension, literary aptitude, and vocabulary, which they will be testing in English. So that is what is being given in the syllabus. Domain subject, it is as per class 12 syllabus only. Though you need to go to the site of NTA and see, because there are some deleted topics in board exam, but in CUET they are asked. So you have to be careful in that respect. There will be certain portions which have been deleted in CBSE due to COVID, but they will be there in the exams. Like binomial theorem for class 11 got deleted last year, and students who are in 12 did not read or learn that, but in CUET it might be there. So you need to see the syllabus. And then for general test, the section 3, which we'll be talking, it's specified that general knowledge is there, mental ability is there, quantitative reasoning is there. Now, this quantitative reasoning is maths, but that is up to, you can say, 10th level or 8, 9. Nothing beyond that. So class 12 maths will not be applicable for general test. Rest we'll discuss so many things. So this is just the brief which we have. Now, this is the new notification which has come this year. And I'll discuss some changes which have happened. So the language, where there are 40 questions out of 50, though this time there are certain things those have changed, and that has changed in section 2. Now it is really confusing. 35 out of 40 questions to be attempted out of 45 of the 50. Now this basically means 35 questions of the 40 to be attempted out of 45 of the 50. So there they will be, this is first time they have given, and this is where the clarification is not there. 45 questions, then you have to attempt 35, 50 out of 40. Last year it was uniform. So there will be certain things that needs to be clarified for which subjects they are giving. So NTA has not yet come out with this clarity, like for which domain subjects they are doing this. Although here they have written for languages, 40 questions to be attempted, right? And one more change which they did was here, 50 questions out of 60. Last year it was 60 out of 75. So here also they have notified a change in general test. Now, last time we had 1 hour time limit for this. This time they haven't limited or given any time limit. So which is a possibility that once you are taking 2 or 3 domains, you may get total time instead of subject-wise time. So clarification is sought. We'll let you know as soon as this comes. And this year, instead of 9, you can choose 10 subjects. Last year it was 9. So now they have allowed you to choose 10 subjects. So this is also one of the important things. Now, this is the list B1 and B2. If you will fill the form, there is still a discrepancy which NTA has created. Last year they had 2 lists, B1 and B2. This year they have combined it into one list, section 2. But when you fill the form, they still talk of B1 and B2. I'll show you while filling the form, they still talk of B1 and B2, and this is the B1, the core or the main academic subject, and this is B2. But if you see the latest notification, they have got just one list in this, right? So I'll talk about this also. So this is the new list which the NTA has published. This is the new list which they have published. So you see here, section, they do not mention anything about B1 or B2. All the subjects have been given here. And in the bottom, you will find section 3, the general list. And these are section 1A, 1B, the languages which are. So here they haven't given, but when you will fill the form, you will see at the right, B1 and B2 are talked of. So that is why this becomes important to see. Now combinations, the language 1A 13 and 1B 20. Domain subjects, now I have just used section 2. And general test, it is there like this. So section 2, we have 27 subjects. Whereas for general test, you have aptitude, general awareness, logical, and this. But this is just counted as one paper. So this all is one paper. Here you have languages 1A, 1B. 1 is basically compulsory. So there is no choice in 1A. 1A doesn't have any choice. And when you come to, so this part, you don't have any choice. This is no choice. Here, if you have, this is only for people who study more languages. Otherwise, generally people will not go. Section 2 is domain. And here, minimum, you can have 3. And max, you can choose 9. Since this time you have 10, so the choice. And in general, nobody will have that choice 9 because in CBSE or other boards you study at max 6 or 7 subjects. And here there is no thing to choose, it's just the general test. So the combinations basically are language and this. So here there is no choice, one language you have to take, generally English or any other, say for SMAs or Hindi or whatever you study, that you can take. And someone has more languages, they can go, we'll discuss about it. But minimum 3 needs to be chosen. So the language, this is again the syllabus that has come. So here we have again little changes appearing. Now language, you can choose 2, then you can choose 7 domain and 1. So this total up to 10. You can go for 3 language, 6 domain, this total up to 10. And this is again now the duration, which you will find 1A, 1B, 45. Now again, this is from last year I have lifted, though nothing has been said. So maybe 45 is there or they will come out with clarification. Now domain 35, 45, 40, 50. So here they have made a change. Last year it was 40/50 and now it has come there. Right? And general test is 1 hour where 50 out of 60. So this is the new pattern which is there and -1 is there. There's the negative marking. So you do have that negative marking also in the general test option. Okay. So now let me go ahead and. So now if you see questions, these are basically the last year one. So that is what the comparison is there. Now 40 out of 50. And here you will see 35 out of 50 to be attempted. And this was last year 60 out of 75. This has come to 50 upon 60. So these are the changes which are there. So if you read any book or something where it is not updated, you should be clear about it, right? Now next portion we go on to. Now, these are the subject combinations I talk. Just an example, because when you are filling form, this is the troublesome area which is going to come. And I will also talk about the DU. The University of Delhi had a webinar 2 days before. A couple of important informations have come out. We'll speak about that. Now, BCom Pass, if you're taking any pass course, I've taken an example of BCom, which can be BA Pass, you can choose 1 language plus 3 domains. So, 1 AC applying language and then 3 domain subjects. Now, it is very clear or pertinent to know that the subjects for which you will appear in board exams are only to be chosen irrespective of the fact for which course you are applying. I'll clarify that. So keep in mind, you may have 7 subjects and you don't appear for board exam in all those 7. You will not be able to write CUET in those papers. Only the papers for which you pass your board exam or appear, you can choose and write CUET. There are students who drop math or something and they have 1 more subject, they don't appear, so they will not be allowed in that CUET paper. And keep in mind clearly, whatever course you are applying, you are allowed. As a science student, you can go to arts, commerce, but arts cannot come to science, that is there. But one thing is sure, you need to apply or select only those subjects which you have studied for CUET. So there is a big confusion that I am going to apply as a science student, say for psychology honors. Be clear, you have to appear for physics, chemistry, maths, or the subjects you have, not for any psychology subjects which you choose. So then your form automatically, it will not become redundant now or of no use, but when you apply for admissions, then it will be useful. So keep in mind. So BCom Pass, you can choose 1 language or 3. These are minimum choices, and you can obviously go ahead. This I'm just giving 1 language, 1 domain, and general test. So Pass courses, you have the option of going for general test. But if you're going for an honors course, you are not allowed to take general test. It is 1 language, maths, accounts, or 2 domain minimum, right? And DU has specified in this course you can choose only one from B2. So again, they are talking of B1 and B2. So that list is still relevant. So what they are saying, you cannot choose those physical education, etc., more than one. So I'll show you where this is given. So BA Pass, again, same as this. But if you come to BA Honors, one language compulsory and maths is compulsory. You can choose any two. So anyone who is filling Eco Honors cannot do away without maths, but BCom Honors students, those who are applying, can do away with maths. They can choose accounts or maths. So that is a good news. And I'll tell you a little bit how intelligently you should fill up the choices. And then this comes the professional courses of DU specifically. Though in other universities you have BP and all that choices I'll show. Here, class 12 maths is compulsory. Now, when you fill out the form, only maths is written. So you don't need to be worried that applied maths nahi hai. Ab khali maths choose kariye. But when the question paper will come, it will have applied also and the core also. There you can attempt which maths you are studying. Okay, so don't get worried because 319 जो order है उसमें maths appear हो रहा है, no applied value. So just choose mathematics in your question paper. Automatically you will have both the things. Then you can choose. For e-commerce, there was confusion that core lena. There is no confusion now. For all these courses here, BMS, BFIA, BBE, all are management course, financial course, and Bachelor of Economics. 12 maths is required. 12 maths. Core or applied, anything, not a problem for both these courses. So even for e-commerce, you don't need to worry. You can actually have any subject as a maths, right? So you don't need to worry on that part. Then we move on to the major changes, increase in number of subjects. I have discussed 9 to 10. Now, these are again, when you will fill the form, you again will specify, like you are going for one of this, so this one may yellow, and you cannot apply for general. So suppose you are going for any of these courses, then you have to see, you cannot fill general test. Yes, for others you are eligible. I'll discuss why form filling, but this is how it has been specified, what you can take for that particular course or what you cannot take. So these are all courses. So honors, you don't have the option of general test. So you have to be clear only in pass. Now you can see here, eco honors, they have specified maths plus 2, whereas others you will not find. So that means maths is compulsory out here. Then these are BA programs for others where they have given what all subject. So anywhere it is compulsory, they will specify otherwise. Here they have written optional. This is a pass program. So that means you can opt for general test. And I'll tell you what all to choose so that your chance of getting selected are maximum. We'll do form filling. And these are the professional courses, the best courses of DU in terms of professional courses. And here, general test is compulsory. Maths is compulsory. English is compulsory language. So you don't have any choice to fill out here. If you are filling this, you have to select those subjects, right? Okay. Now, this I have discussed BCom honors and this. For science students, you only need to select PCB or PCM for the course. And for English, it is only 30%. But there is a catch here. What is the catch? Suppose a science student is applying in other streams, then this 30% goes away. Then you have to, your entire score will be seen. But if you are a science student and applying only for the science courses, then only the marks of this is relevant. This only will be seen whether you have passed or not passed. So please keep in mind this particular thing. Science student, if any, will be only checked or made, the merit list will be on this when you are applying for a science course. But when you are changing the stream, then this mark will come into picture and this 30% will go. I hope you're clear. And in case there is clarification required, then obviously you can check out on later stage. Now, let me go to this same way they have specified for most of the science courses, this subjects and this. So you have to choose only the subjects you are studying, and English is just 30% you have to score in CUET, not the board exam. It is CUET 30%. Now coming to slots, there is a change this time. These are the last year slots, and still they haven't clarified. This year there will be 3 slots of examination instead of 2 because one paper has increased. So again, that will be allotted. So like last time they had 9 to 12:15, 3 to 6:45. Now you can see if you choose one language, you can get out in 45 minutes. If you choose one general test, you can get out in 60. If you choose all this, 45 into this, you will add, you will get 190 maximum. And similarly, if you come for this papers, which is of a longer duration than this, then you will have one language, 4 domain, or one language this. So this will be 45 into 5 to 25. But this year, this slot has come. This will be notified soon, how the slottings would be done. And those who are opting for more papers, then they will be given multiple slots to be taken. And not on the same day necessarily, they will give you on 2 different days. So even you need to see what subjects and how many you will apply. We'll see the form part. So last year, there were 2 slots, and this year we have 3 slots. So if you're reading any material, be sure this year now the slots have become 3. Okay, then we'll go ahead. This is the fee structure. Now, if you take up to 3 subjects, slots means the time for the entrance test. Slots means the time for the entrance test. So you will go and appear. So slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. So that will be awarded by NTA. So you will have no role on this, depending on the number of subjects you have applied for. So if you are choosing, say, only 3 subjects, along with that, you will be charged 750. Up to 7 subjects, 1500, and maximum 10 subjects, you will be charged 1750. So ideally, most of you should go into this range, taking 7 subjects. Here you minimize your chances. So that is a different category. I'm talking of general. This is completely given what charges you will have to pay. So you need to work out accordingly, right? Then we come on to filling the form. Now, filling the form has a registration part. Selecting a course, I'll be going through all these details. First, let me explain you the details. All of you must have already applied and started filling up the forms, right? So most of you must have, right? So yeah, I'll come up to the queries. Please keep it and ready with you so that when I'll have, this is why I'm carrying the mobile, I'll see here and answer it. Now, this is the important part. So I'll come on to the nitty-gritty of the form where you need to see what, and I'll go through it, right? So we'll be going through the forms and filling it. I'll come back and explain you the important parts also, but just let me see. I hope all of you have applied the forms. Most of you might have applied. So let me now go on to the important part and selecting the form, right? So let me go out and get this form. So now I hope all of you can see the form on the screen. I've filled a form. So I'll just make you understand what. Now this is the first page. The first thing is you will have to do registration. So as a registration, first you do that, then only you enter it. So in registration, you will ask certain details about you need to fill. And once you fill, you will get the OTP and this you will get. So the first step is registering yourself by filling some personal details. So say the name of the candidate I filled arbitrarily, ABC, mother's name, the date of birth, nationality, your domicile state. Say there is slight thing, but since you will be appearing from Assam, you can choose that domicile state to be that. Generally, domicile state is from where you are resident. For competitive exams like JEE, NET, it is the state from where you appear for 11th and 12th. Though I have mailed and asked for a clarification on this, I will see that when it happens. So this is one area. So Assam is something which you can select. Father's name, this. And in case you select physically backward or disabled, you will have other choices. Otherwise, no will appear, you will not get next question. It's only when you do yes. So in case anybody needs a scribe, then the choice will come what physical disability is there and things like that. So when you fill, then you will have the roll number of class 10 or its equivalent, father's occupation, mother's. There are certain things which you need to fill from the scroll. And some are optional, like place of residence. Please keep in mind if you are staying in a rural area, then it is rural, but your school exam is from an urban area, so you need to select it properly. Medium of studying, then you will have a category and the name of other brother, sister, father's qualification, mother, and your income. And they may ask you, how are you preparing? Generally, you can write self. Doesn't matter anything. These are nothing important out here. Your address is important. This is something, filling the form, it is very important. Now, there are students who are staying in, say, hostel, but they live in some other state. So the address where you put, you will be only getting option of that place. You will not get the option of here. So you need to be very clear where you want the center. So as you fill up this, accordingly. So people who are from, say for example, from Guwahati, obviously it is okay. Suppose someone is from Shillong, Meghalaya, so you'll fill accordingly, then you will get a choice of a center because this exam will happen in May. So that way you have to fill up. So do select this properly. Some locality is not required. If you have, you can give. That is an option. Then PIN code has to be pretty clear. And once you present address is done, and then you want to fill up the permanent, which is different, then you can have a choice. Otherwise, you can select same. And you can have a present address different and a permanent address different, in case you have that. Otherwise, you select and it will automatically take up. And then in case you have any quota or category, you need to fill and give the certificate according. Or your mother or father is employee of any university, they may ask the name and details. In case it is disclosure one, right? So then we proceed to next section, that is your educational. Obviously, all of you will have to fill 10. There may be students who are 10th from a different board and 12th from appearing from a different board. So they will ask which board you appeared. I have arbitrarily taken up CBSE. Otherwise, you will scroll and you will get an option for that, right? So maybe say I update. I've asked it to update. Okay. So 10th, I want to update. So you have to see the place of schooling. It is given urban. And suppose you do rural. Maybe up 10th rural se padhe. So that is how you change it. Otherwise urban. Type of school. So you will have government school, government aided, Kendra Vidyalaya, Jawahar Navodaya. So you have to see where you study. There are semi-government schools. So that option is there. And you know, if it's a private school, unaided means it doesn't get any aid from government, right? Then qualifying examination, India, qualifying state. So someone, if he has studied from any other state, say Arunachal Pradesh. So 10th class, you can put that. Otherwise, it is there. So that is how. Then qualifying examination district. So say Assam, you are appearing, I think Kamrup or Kamrup Metro will come. You fill up. Guwahati will not this Kamrup or Kamrup Metro, your board name, your school name. So obviously Royal Global, if you are there, Royal Global, whatever the you need to fill up that Royal Global school. And then your PIN code, I think this is the PIN code, the roll number of the class 10, your percentage or grade. So it will ask you, you got a grade or percentage. So percentage, you fill up maximum marks. This will automatically be calculated. You don't need to calculate. So suppose I change my marks to some data out here. Maybe let's say 300. Okay, sorry. So say 300, let's put. It's not required. 0. Okay. So 60, you could see, was my percentage. It automatically got 12. So this was there. and then 12th. So this is important where you are appearing this year. None of you are passed, so that option will not come. So your 12th passing year, obviously, you will get appearing. Okay. So here, if I see, now let me come to this because so you will have this appearing. You need to select this passing year. Then place of schooling, urban. Obviously, you all studied in Guwahati, so that's why. Qualifying state, your district. So district is again Kamru, maybe, I think. So we'll fill it. So you can check on that. And then I save this. And then this is my option that will appear. So I'll go to the next section. Examination center. This is important, guys. Don't make any mistake. Examination center is from where you will be appearing. Don't make a single mistake. They will not change it. So therefore, I have appeared Assam. You will get Guwahati, only one option. So say I update. I'll tell you Assam, Guwahati this. When I go to Assam, city says Assam, it will not give me any. You can see option 2. Option 2, you can clearly see I am not getting Guwahati. So you see which closest, in case you don't get it, 99% you will get. But this is for places where there are less centers and they will not be able to accommodate. So here, maybe I will page 2. They're close to Guwahati. Right? So that is what it happens, and then we go ahead. So my examination, and then I'm very close to coming the important part, the program. I'll show you how we do this. This is the important thing I want to discuss. Now, see here, I have applied for some courses. Now, BA Honors Psychology, BSc Honors Physics, Bachelor of Management Studies, BA Honors, BCom Honors. So I am applying for so many courses. They do not restrict. Now, how will you get admission? I'll discuss that technical part. But now, suppose you select University of Delhi. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. That is the most sought after Delhi, University of Delhi. Okay. Now, it will tell me to select a program. I'll just show you if I select BSc Honors. Say physics is already added. Maybe I'll select computer science or say chemistry for that. So you see that chemistry comes here, and moment you click, they will say what is there. Physics, chemistry, mathematics can be applied any one language. Now you see candidates must appear in CUET in physics, chemistry, mathematics, and this. Right. So it will tell you that. And you see the 30%. Here you will see 30%. And I'll show you other place you will not get it. And we'll be giving you a reduced PDF for all this so that you can go through it. We'll be giving the PDF to the school, and they will be posting in the groups. So I come back to my form. Now, suppose I want to see psychology. Now you can see psychology. That 30% is gone. There is no 30% which is written out here. There is no 30% option which is there. You can clearly see that 30% option is not there. Okay. So that 30% is no more there. And that, but see, why I was saying they still have this B1, B2. Just a minute, guys. So here you can see that B1 is still existing. This is the latest form I'm talking. This is the latest form I'm talking, and B1 is still appearing. So that's why I said you have to be very clear about this concept which the DU is asking on this. So we need to be very clear about it, right? So That is what they will give you. Anyone from section 1, 3. So the course you are applying, the details are here. So just while applying, you can click here and you can. So if I want to remove, say, any course, isko remove karna hai, you can do it. As long as you have not paid, you can do anything till March 12th. So don't be in a hurry to pay. Get thorough. In case you have any doubt, we'll have one more session where you show us your filled up form for that. Now, this is the program which we have applied. I have applied for BMS, Econ, BCom Honors, Physics, and this. So don't worry, as a science or a student, you can apply. The only thing would be how you will get admission. Now, this is done. So this is done, and I proceed to next section. So now this will appear English, accountancy, and this, and maybe I need some changes. So I'll update the subjects. So this is the area where you need. So test paper 1, English. So it will not ask for which medium you want to answer. If you take Assamese, it will appear in Assamese only. So you don't need to appear for that. This is all done. Now here, subject 2, I'm choosing accountancy. It will ask me for a language. Now you see one interesting thing. I have filled up Assamese, Bengali, Kannada, Gujarati, French. It will allow me. It shouldn't be allowing me. Not allowing me. So this is something which NTA should look into it. If you fill up your PAN number and you fill 9, it will say wrong number. But here it is not disallowing me. So children, be careful. You need to take one language and 9 domain or this. So I have applied for Assamese. And maybe how many subjects? Now let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now here I don't want to go further maybe. So you need to apply not applicable. Then only it will go. Don't need to choose. Just keep applying not applicable if you're not going. So go up, down and just apply not applicable. Go down, apply not applicable. Okay. So that is how they have it is. Then only it will move forward. Apply and then you go not applicable, and I have updated and saved. So it will show you again what all you have, what all you are appearing. So I'm appearing for 4 subjects and this is 5. I'm not appearing for anything, right? Now, here I haven't appeared for general test. So let me see if I can have the general test option coming out here. So let me see if I get that general test. Yes, I do get general test. And now I have updated it. Because you should take general test, you will get more options. In my opinion, you should be taking general test. That will help you in creating more options. And now comes the most important part. See, I don't know how many of you people got stuck. There is some technical aspect involved out here. Now, photo must be within 10 KB to 200 KB. So when you click a photo, first, फॉर्मेट PNG अगर है तो आपको उसको JPEG या JPG में लाना उसके बगैर नहीं दूसरा the size has to be 200 तक otherwise upload ही नहीं second is your signature उसका limit only 30 KB है तो I will try to explain you ऐसा तो तुम मेरे से टेक्निकली बहुत आगे हो लेकिन 30 KB कैसे जल्दी से बनाना है जिन बच्चों को दिक्कत है मैं अभी आपको शायद डेमोन्स्ट्रेट कर दूंगा so that you keep ready नहीं तो अपलोडिंग में ही आप फंसते रहोगे एंड देन अगर आपका कोई डॉक्यूमेंट या सर्टिफिकेट है तो वो पीडीएफ में ये पीडीएफ में नहीं हो सकता दिस इज नॉट इन पीडीएफ दिस टू ये पीडीएफ में है विद दिस लिमिट तो दिस 3 यू नीड टू गेट रेडी नहीं तो फिर बाद में आप स्ट्रगल करोगे Are you getting my point? So this is how you will struggle in other things, right? So you need to be careful about this, right? So you need to be careful about this. इसमें हम पेशेंट वो क्योंकि उसमें तो रिकॉर्डिंग है तो it will get affected हो जाएगा इसमें हम वो पेज से अगर कोई इमेज है कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं so I'll just now tell me guys, if you all know how to convert signature into limit, I'll not go into it. So just if anybody wants to know how to convert to this size or you all know. If you all know, I'll not go into that detail. सबको आता है? Nobody wants to go into that? Okay. Everybody knows, तो मैं नहीं जाऊं ना उसमें. अच्छा कर दो. कुछ लोग कह रहे हैं कर दे. शोर कर दो. हाँ. Okay. So now this is the important part. Now we are almost entering the final phase. So once you do this, and आपका जो photograph है वो 80% face without mask होना चाहिए. One important thing. You use photograph जो भी करोगे, the same photograph has to be taken on the day of examination. तो कभी-कभी क्या होता है, आप कोई लैपटॉप में से फोटो डाल देते हैं और उस दिन जब आप पहुंचोगे आपसे वही फोटोग्राफ मांगेंगे. तो मेक श्योर जो फोटोग्राफ अपलोड करते हो उसकी एक दो कॉपी अलग से रख लेना. यू विल हैव टू टेक दैट ऑन द डे ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन एंड पेस्ट इट देयर. तो फोटोग्राफ डिफरेंट नहीं हो सकता. एंड अब हम इसको प्रीव्यू करते हैं. ओके. So my everything is previewed and this is done. So अब मेरा ये फाइल भी हो गया. अगर मैं मान लो कोई फाइल सेलेक्ट करता हूँ तो I can do it यहाँ से and upload हो जाएगा. तो हमने सिग्नेचर बनाया. Now everything is done and now we are proceeding to the preview section and this is this. सब कुछ हमारा हो गया और अब हमारे पास ये वाला आगे नहीं बढ़ेगा जब तक मैं भरूंगा नहीं. और इसके बाद पेमेंट आता है. Now once you make payment, it's all closed. Whatever changes you want to do, you can do 100 times before the payment. Now one more thing I'll tell you today. After 15th March to 18th March, the correction window will open. गलती हो जाती है and all. But there you cannot do all the correction. I'll show you what all things can be corrected. So 7 more minutes, I'll take Q&A. Right? So let me go there and come back to our PPT, which I was doing, and इसको मैं complete कर देता हूँ. And then we'll have all the questions taken for you. So this is the registration, selecting, confirmation, uploading, application form, payment, and then you will view the form. ठीक है. Payment होने के बाद आप easily view कर सकते हैं. Okay, now important points. One mobile number and email can be used in one application form. एक application. लेकिन अगर twins हैं, तो उन्होंने कहा एक ही मोबाइल से काम चल जाएगा. In case for twins, दो आजकल सबके पास मोबाइल होते हैं, तो इस कंडीशन का कोई खास मतलब नहीं. Right? All candidates ensure कि वो सारे information correct है. Additional photograph, फिर से बोल रहा हूँ, same as uploaded on the form to be pasted on attendance sheet in examination room. So don't forget to have that same photograph, right? Then for admissions, the existing policies and all, you have to see which university you are applying, go to their website, check the conditions. CUET is just a marks for that. NTA doesn't prepare any merit list, it is universities which prepare. So you need to satisfy yourself with the university where you are appearing, uski website पे जाके. Right? Now, University of Delhi webinar. I'll tell you the important points. The university just 2 days before them. University is likely to be launched the registration portal. तो जो DU का अपना registration portal है वो मई में launch. अभी launch नहीं हुआ है. अब उसमें आपको register करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ बताता हूँ क्यों. Speaking to students, Dean of Admission said it was not mandatory to appear in all subjects. However, we advise you to appear in as many subjects. It will help you increase your chances and the highest marks will be taken. अभी मैं criteria बताता हूँ कैसे होगा. However, for admission to DU, it is mandatory to appear in those subjects that you have cleared in class 12. Cleared in class 12. Amir Kundip joined the dean added students also need to know. Now, please see this. That just appearing in CUET exam and clearing is not enough. It is mandatory to fill out the common seat allocation system to be eligible to admission to DU. अब आप ये मत सोच के बैठ जाना हमने DU का फॉर्म वहां सेलेक्ट कर लिया CUET और भर दिया. You will not be eligible, children. You need to fill up this. और ये कब होगा? अभी मेरे पोर्टल आपको तब Appearing in one language is compulsory and other two subjects have to be academic. मतलब this one. And only one can be non-academic in calculation of best of four. आपका जो merit बनेगा वो best of four से बनेगा. One language, two academic, three, and one can be non-academic. पहले नहीं होता था जब BPSC UET नहीं था, तो अब ये allow हुआ है. So I hope you are clear with this also. Now, Pundir added from this year, Bachelor of Fine Arts admission will be done through CUET. The College of Art will also conduct practicals. जो Fine Arts में जाना है वो भी CUET. Following the mandate of this NCT for National Council for Teacher Education, admission to this, it is mandatory for students to have scored more than 50%. यहाँ पे इन्होंने mandatory कर दिया कि अगर आप ये admission to Bachelor of BEd जो course 4 year कर दिया है NEP has now done BEd 4 years, you have to have 50%. For admission to DU, past 12 marks are just qualifying aspect. However, it could be used when there is a tie between two students during allocation of seats. तो जो मैंने कहा, जब tie होगा तो बोर्ड के मार्क्स काउंट करेंगे. Okay. Important points for admit card. E-admit card आएगा जो आपको NTA की साइट से डाउनलोड करना पड़ेगा. You not get. So E-admit card आएगा and your email and this will have a notification. So you need to actually do this. ठीक है? So and otherwise the helpline numbers are given. अगर admit card नहीं आया कुछ problem है आप कॉल करके उनसे ये कर सकते हैं. So candidates must bring. So here bring a copy of admit card with self-declaration, one passport size photograph, same as uploaded, एक ID जो भी आपका है, पैन कार्ड, ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस, वोटर ID, आधार कार्ड, स्कूल आई कार्ड भी कहीं था, स्कूल आइडेंटिटी कार्ड, और जो फिजिकली डिसेबल्ड है यार, they will get their own. So merely appearing does not confer. You have to actually go to the sites and then, and it is written NDA does not prepare merit list. कोई यूनिवर्सिटी करेगा. So ये है. अब important aspect है. बहुत technical aspect है. This is all generally which is there for admission. Photo and signature, I have made it very clear कि आप upload से पहले ये कार्यक्रम कर लेना. The size limit of the signature 30 KB and this is maximum 200 KB. So the last date is March 12th. Exam date is 21 to 31. Third slot to be announced. ये सब अभी है. And important thing is correction, enable and this. So correction editable कब से होगा? 15th March से होगा, right? So this will be done from 15th March onwards. Candidates are advised to do this. CUET correction dates are 15th March and candidates. ये एक बार देखना पड़ेगा. They might have because I'll just clarify because CUET charges a lot. So एक बार इसको we'll see it again. Have they updated because last year they had done this. So this I will also again cross check and let you know. 9 February को ये release हो गया. Okay, and now what all you will be allowed to do this? So what all you can do at the time of correction? Name of the exam. सारी details correct नहीं करने देंगे. Name of the exam passed, right? So they will give you correction window, name of exam passed, board, gender, city, year of passing, course and subject of exam category. तो ये सब चीजों में वो आपको change करने को allow करेंगे. So these are the basic results and it will be till 18th of March, right? So it will be till 18th of March. 12th of March ending, 15th to 18th is your correction window. तो थोड़ा बहुत तो आपके पास स्कोप है जल्दी करने का, पर नहीं करो तो अच्छा है. क्यों टेंशन पाऊंगा? अननेसेसरी इतनी टेंशन होती है. बोर्ड एग्जाम चल रहा होगा उस टाइम क्या क्या करोगे? ऐसे इंग्लिश का पेपर आ रहा है and things like that. So it's better not to make errors, right? Rather than doing that, right? So cracking the exam is nothing. Just go with the NCERT and this. So we are not sure, but I'm not committing anything. Royal Global may come out as an evening program for class 12 students for preparing for CUET. So it is all under the pipeline, no commitments, nothing. But we are planning that evening 2 to 3 hours of classes. Obviously, will be tied up maybe with some agencies who prepare students for CUET, right? So obviously you go for some coaching other places. So you might get a chance at one global evening batches. You'll work it out in case something is there, notification will come. So that is it. Now I'll talk about the marks and this important stream change. One of the most important in mind. So subjects to be filled, subjects for which you are appearing for board exam. For example, एक साइंस स्टूडेंट लिया है मैंने, इंग्लिश, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, बायो, ये सब्जेक्ट्स आप अपीयर कर रहे हैं. तो जब सीयूईटी का पेपर देंगे, you can only choose from these subjects जो आप पढ़ रहे हैं. I'm taking an example of a student who is studying this subject. So जब subjects to be chosen है, you cannot go beyond. Minimum 4 तो सभी भर सकते हैं, 5 तो सभी हम पढ़ते नहीं. So that is how it is. And courses to be applied. अब ये एक साइंस स्टूडेंट है, देखो BA physics, BSc physics कर रहा है, BA honors psychology, BCom, you can apply, there is no problem. But as of DU or most important universities, they do not allow art student to come to this. जो एक साल बाद होने वाला है, once NEP comes into picture, that also will be there. But right now this is not there. But a science student can go here. तो I think subjects to be chosen अब clear हो गया. Course कोई मर्जी choose करो, subject अपने ही choose करने जो आप. Now second is stream change का दूसरा important. ये बहुत important है. एक student है जिसका नाम मैंने राशि लिया है. हर example CUET score से 160 आया out of 200. Physics 120, 140 ऐसे 5 पेपर. अब इसमें best of 4 लो, including English. तो 160, 140, 300, 300, 450, 630 आया. अब DU उसको 630 नहीं देगा, DU उसको normalize करेगा. Normalize क्यों करते हैं? Because DU exam is held over a period of time. तो difficulty level this all varies. किसी का mid 21 को हुआ, किसी को 31 का हुआ. वो कहते हैं 10 दिन ज्यादा. So it is normalized. तो 630 के बाद उसका स्कोर आया, मान लो कितना आया? 6. तो 630 बेस्ट ऑफ 4. देखो भाई बेस्ट ऑफ 4 कितना हुआ? 630 नॉर्मलाइज करके 600 और अब उसका परसेंटाइल निकला 90. परसेंटाइल उस अपने स्ट्रीम में. तो she gets a score of percentile 90. Now राशि wants to join आर्ट्स के. एक आर्ट्स का स्टूडेंट है अमित. अब अमित का क्या स्कोर है देखते हैं. 150 हिस्ट्री, 155. दिस इज ऑब्वियसली out of 200 which we are talking. ऐसे. अब इसका हम बेस्ट ऑफ 4 लेते हैं. इंग्लिश को लेना ही पड़ेगा. 150, 170, 180, 160. So say 670 something आता है. So that को normalize करके DU ने NTA ने बोला 640 out of 800. Now let's see the interesting aspect. Rashi wants to apply for arts. Amit bhi arts में. Now when Rashi is applying here, Rashi का percentile 92 है. अमित का कितना है? 90. तो इसका तो percentile ज्यादा है. लेकिन जब apply करेंगे merit में, this percentile is meaningless. They will see this score. So Rashi has 600 and he has 640. So Amit will get preference in merit list over Rashi. Percentile has nothing to do. It is the normalized score which is there for the merit list. So that is something a disadvantage. अब देखो mathematics अगर एक subject है, you cannot score that much as you will be able to score in history. So if you have additional subject, maths आप apply करो, लेकिन additionals भी करो, so that क्राइटेरिया में अगर मैथ्स लेना जरूरी नहीं है, तो आपके पास 6 सब्जेक्ट्स हैं और मैथ्स में आपने कम स्कोर किया CUET में. जैसे अब यहाँ पे she has the option of leaving out physics. अच्छा नहीं किया, वो छोड़ देगी. लैंग्वेज के साथ कोई और सब्जेक्ट ले ले. So normalized score will be used for stream change or any merit list. Percentile has no role at all, right? And this is how. And then while selecting, please fill your subjects. Don't fill any other. You have not studied, they will not be enough. Your entire effort will go as a waste, basically. Are you getting, guys? So this was the thing. So here, obviously, Amit would be preferred over rush. So this was the score and this is the story which I tell. A science student बोल रहा है कि मेरे 496 800 में से आए और मेरी परसेंटाइल 94% बनी, लेकिन एक बच्चे के उससे कम नंबर आए अभी और वो 70 परसेंटाइल. Now here the child has got 94.7 percentile and got 102.5. Now he has to compete with someone with arts. अब 70 परसेंटाइल है, but उस 70 परसेंटाइल में उसके मार्क्स 110 हो सकते हैं, तो he will get preference. So percentile is not taken into account. So that is what is there. The percentile is not there. So मेरा भी Times of India में आया था, where I argued in mathematics you cannot do 45 minutes. एक सजेशन तो इन्होंने दे दिया. मैंने यहाँ पे सजेशन दिया था कि प्लीज रिड्यूस द नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन, और इसका जो नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन ये न्यूज लास्ट ईयर की है, नंबर ऑफ क्वेश्चन रिड्यूस कर दिए उन्होंने. अब वो नोटिफाई करेंगे किस सब्जेक्ट के लिए है, किसके लिए है, क्या है. ठीक है. सो दैट इज व्हाट दे विल डू वेरी सून एंड लेट्स सी मैथमेटिक्स जैसे सब्जेक्ट में अब वो रिड्यूस करके कैसे मार्क्स को एडजस्ट करते हैं. विल गेट टू नो वेरी सून. So this is Mr. Jagdish Kumar, the chairman UGC, and he said why he normalized, because the exam was held over a period of time where the difficulty level varies, to keep every student equally. Nobody is at disadvantage. We do this, right? So that was the thing which is there. So just a minute. Okay, now just a minute, I'll pick up the question answer part. So please be a little slow. Let me go to the chats. Okay, I'm just coming to the chats and let me see. Please don't fill it now. Whatever doubts you can have, maybe you can raise the hand. We'll open up the mics, or you can come up with the question answers. Yes. Any questions to be asked, you can ask me. So someone is saying, I have applied for BCom honors. Can I take general test also? Yes, Suhasi, you can take general test also, but for BCom honors, those marks will not be. General test will be applicable for PAS and BMS, BFIA, BBE, and others. Anyone else? Please ask if you have any doubts. Any other doubts? Any doubts anybody wants to ask? You can raise your hand, we'll unmute you. Any doubts if you have, guys, anywhere? Please come up with doubts if you have. I can read one or two more chats maybe. If we have given board exam in 3, how can we choose in 7? Gautam, how is it possible you take 3 subject में board exam? CBSE में तो नहीं होता. There is something missing in this question. Okay. I have applied for BCom honors slot. I have answered. Can't hear. Okay. Any questions, guys? Please let me know. Any questions if you have, we'll take it up. Any questions? किसी के questions ही नहीं है? I hope Vinita ma'am is there. I don't know. Vinita ma'am. Okay, Vinita ma'am. Ma'am, I don't think they have any questions. अगर नहीं है तो anything you want to ask, any help you want or anything? Okay, okay, yes. I'll unmute you, ma'am. I'll unmute everybody. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'll open that mute option. Just a minute, ma'am. I'll do that. Pushpinder, वो open करते हैं. Unmute कर दें. More में. Yes, ma'am. You're unmute. Shabnam has, ma'am, anything you want to?
Yes, yes, sir.
Any student has any doubt? Good evening, sir. Good evening. Principal sir, good evening.
Namaskar, sir. Good evening. How are you?
I hope students could benefit.
Yes. I don't know about others, but I have enriched myself with a lot of knowledge today, right from the beginning.
Keshav sir, I believe the students must not have gone through the form. That's why they do not have questions now. But now that you have told the whole process, I believe they would vote, and then maybe we could have a next session, and then they could come up with doubts. Because the class groups that I am in, there were few queries in the class groups. I had informed you about that also.
Now I can see some questions coming up. Okay. So, Shabnam, you can unmute yourself and ask questions. Any questions if you have?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So the question that I wanted to ask was, with additional language, which is English, so how many languages can we choose up to?
Three. Up to three. We can have three languages.
Sorry, sir.
Three languages. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Three languages, Shabnam. You can choose up to three languages.
Sir, but so in the last PDF, I saw that the person chose English and other 4 subjects.
No. See, depends. You tell me your stream first. Which stream you are in?
Sir, arts.
Okay. In arts, which all subjects you have?
Sir, including English, sir, I have 5 more subjects.
So in both 5 more, how many languages are there?
Sorry, sir.
Which all subjects you have? You have English, then?
So we have sociology, pol science, and then psychology, economics, and entrepreneurship.
You can choose only one language. See, Vita, you must have that subject before you choose. If you have one language only, then you can only choose one language. You cannot choose more than that. Otherwise, you will become ineligible. You can only choose, suppose you have Assamese also as additional, then maybe you can choose or go ahead. You cannot choose a subject which you have not studied in class 12.
Sir, so can I choose all the 5 subjects?
Yeah, you can choose 5 and you can also choose additionally general test and see which courses you want to apply for.
Sir, yes, sir.
Right? Yes.
Sir, sorry. So I went through the form, but then in the start they asked 1 subject and then additional 3 subjects, and the second option was the language and other 5 subjects. So, sir, can you clear that doubt, sir, please?
1 minute. I'll come to the form part. Now, see, let me go to the previous section. Now, this is the form. Nothing beyond. Now, tell me what I have to do. I'll assist you. Update it. Now, tell me this is the option coming. This is the form you have in front. I've opened the form. Now tell me, where is it saying? What do you want me to do? Tell me. This is your paper 1. Now tell me your next subject.
So psychology.
Okay, we'll go to that psychology. And here we come. I have selected. Tell me the next.
Pol science.
Pol science. Okay, just a minute. Where is it going? We'll go to the third part and we'll have the pol science coming here somewhere. Yes, pol science selected. It is not saying me anything. Give me another option.
So sociology.
Okay, we'll go to sociology. That also selected. Tell me.
So economics. So that's it.
That's it. So see, I have selected. Now general test I have selected. I want to appear if you don't know. Rest put not applicable. Till you put not applicable, it will not go ahead. You have to put not applicable. And then medium. Because except for language, it will ask me medium. So English maybe. So I have English as a medium. I have chosen this. Is your
So and excuse me, sir. And how would the general test benefit us as students?
If you have taken general test, there are many courses for which you can apply additionally and be eligible as a part of it. So maybe you want to go for a BA pass course, maybe you want to go for other courses. So where you can see what are courses interests you, and in that, if general test is the option, you can do. Now, since you don't have mathematics, otherwise you could have gone for this. But you can go for BBA. With general test, you can apply for other universities BBA. That will help you. That doesn't require class 12 pass.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Mr.
Yes.
Keshav, Mr. Keshav, I would definitely thank you on behalf of my whole team and the students for giving time. And this was extremely valuable because there are many doubts. And as they try to skim through the options and they go through the website and try to fill up the form, try to have that accumulation of documents, definitely they will have lots of queries. So I request you that maybe in due course of time, you can have one more session for the children so that they get a lot of benefit. I know I'm going to eat a lot of your time. You are already busy, but this will be a good service to the students of RGS because they're getting a lot of professional help in this regard. So take it as a humble request from Team RGS.
We have prepared a special PDF also, which we'll be sharing, and this will be on YouTube. So all of you,
Hello, sir.
subscribe to YouTube channel of RGS. We'll be uploading this video within half an hour, and then you can at least go through it. And then you have doubt, then I'm always there. Yes, someone has a doubt.
So can we write out our doubts in the classroom so that you can answer it later on?
Yes, I'll be a part of that group, anyone which is made, and I'll answer. But now I'm sure 80% of the doubt should be over. Now,
yes, sir, it's clear.
So if some minute things are there, I have tried to cover a lot of things out here, the payment, the photograph, then you get stuck, selecting the subject, changing of the stream that is there in mind. So apart from that, if you still have doubt, I'll be available. For RGS, I'm available and you don't need to worry of that. How many courses can we apply? Sneha is asking. Sneha, you can apply for any number of courses. Subjects में restriction है, courses में नहीं है. आप जितने मर्जी courses apply करते हैं. Subjects में restriction है, courses के लिए नहीं है. क्योंकि उसके बाद you have to be eligible for that course. You can select as many courses you want. Only thing is, if you come in the merit and you fulfill those eligibility, you will be here. Any more questions, children? Please feel free to ask. We are here to help you for this session, and you please ask any doubt. किसी को भी hostel student, if you have any doubt, though we will be connected any case through your teachers, you can ask. I know all of you are there. How to get admission in SRCC? The only way to get admission is SRCC. You will have to score 730 plus out of 800, or maybe more than that. 740 to 760, you need to get us out of 800 like last year. So for SRCC, the fight is tough. 760 to 750 plus is something you need. Right? So scores are going, and see, if you can lead maths and give more focus on others, BCom honors is very easily available. Now, do you have this time from last year done away with maths compulsion in BCom honors? So then you can choose accounts, economics, business studies, English. And in economics and business studies, you can easily score 200. And English is something, please start reading, guys. Reading comprehension is something you will have trouble with. If you are not a voracious reader, you need to be now an avid reader. See, English को जितना neglect करते हो ना, अब English के बगैर selection नहीं होगा. English को सबसे पहले importance देना और अपने juniors को भी बता दो English को support करें. खाली maths और ये पढ़ते रहते हो और English यहाँ compulsory है, उसके बगैर selection नहीं होगा. ठीक है ना? So English will be a very important factor. You need to score well in that. Any more? Please, any more questions? Feel free. Even teachers have any query or students have. This is something we are learning from each other. Anything else if you have? Okay. So, Nikita, general test is not mandatory for our students. General test is something which is an option. You will need to select the course, and मैंने बोला ना देखो जैसे I'll show you this. I'll show you where it is there. I'll just show you. Now see. Now suppose I'm going for a course. Let me add a course. Okay, let me update it. So you can go back and update subjects. Just there. Okay, now this is the select a university. Now let me select some university Bhimrao. And I'm selecting a course, कौन सा course? BBA ले लेता हूँ. So मैंने select किया Bhimrao, there must be appearing. Okay, add करना जरूरी है. मैंने add किया. Click here for the eligibility. So it says that if I am appearing for BBA or LLB, then section 1A language, any of this section legal studies or this candidate should have passed. So now you see for BBA, LLB, they are not asking for any. Now let's say BBA, I was talking of BBA. So any language and section 3. So they have clearly said if you are appearing for a BBA from Bhimrao University, then you need section 3. But if you go to DU का BBA, अगर हम DU का BBA देखते हैं, I'll show you what does that say. BMS is the course. Okay, yes. Now what does this say? This says anyone from section 1, mathematics, and section 3. So in DU, mathematics has become compulsory, whereas in Bhimrao Ambedkar University, that was not required. So you need to select the university, you need to select the course and click and see what is my eligibility. Everything is given, right? So I'll just show you what is there. So as you will go ahead, you will find this courses at that top. So entire list is given. There is nothing which is not given out here. Everything is given. Now this is the C heading. Degree, program, domain oblique general, eligibility for program and remarks. So this is how the 5 headings are there. So for all courses, program, how they will be mapped, how the mapping will happen and what is the eligibility. So say the first is BSc honors. So B physics, chemistry and this. So the domain and general, they will give you this. Candidate must appear in CUET with PCM. Merit will be based on CUET score and candidate must have obtained 30% in any language. So they will definitely give you all these options. So you just need to do that. Prithvi's, you can opt for SRCC even having without maths. Maths कोई compulsory नहीं है SRCC में. आपने समझाया नहीं. BCom honors में maths या accounts. Maths or accounts. It is not maths and accounts. It's only in BA Eco honors and DU where you require maths compulsorily. तो प्रीतिश आपको अगर accounts है, eco है, business study है, English है, सब चलेगा. कोई भी subject तो चलेगा. Maths के जरूरी नहीं है BCom honors के. You don't need that. See, for B Pharma, again, you need to see which colleges you are applying, and accordingly, if there is a course, let me see for B Pharma, आप कह रहे हैं, so form is here. Let me see. See, you need to go and see the course. अब B Pharma अगर कहीं है, तो वो appear होगा. So suppose any university which is selected must have that course. अगर वो course नहीं है, then we cannot apply. तो मे बी गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी अगर मैं अप्लाई करता हूँ BSc this that is not there. So you need to see कि B Pharma है या नहीं. So say Bachelor of Physiotherapy है, मैंने ऐड किया and I click. So it will tell me कि English, Physics, Chemistry, Biology. So B Pharma का भी generally Physics, Chemistry, Biology would be there. So this is how you can know yourself what subject and what options are required. Anything else we have doubt? Or let me see. Some messages are there. It was a okay. Now that's all clear. I hope everybody enjoyed. Obviously not entertainment. We don't have anything of that sort. But then some of your doubts should definitely have gone. And if anything else is there, RGS is always there for you guys. So you don't need to even think about it. And we are there, right? So I hope we can wind up the session, sir.
Yes, sir. And I have already ordered a cup of masala tea for you through Zomato.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so
I
much.
can't serve you here in my office, so I think it will reach you.
Definitely. So nice of you. So that's it. So we'll wind up, guys, and this will upload in half an hour. And I'm signing off for the day, and we'll meet you soon whenever you need us. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Done.
Ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Vinita ma'am, the bill is coming to
Ji,
you.
sir.
Huh?
Ji, sir. Okay. I'll be ready to pay for it.
Bye. Take care. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.